40 million people in America tried online dating. That's 40% of U.S. adults.
A good woman can find a good man. Dating do's and don'ts. 1. Share time to talk. It's not all about you. 2. Keep eye contact. Men love to look into a woman's beautiful eyes. 3. Let a man be a man. Allow him to treat for the meal. Pull out your chair and drive during the date. Speak of your likes and dislikes. Now, don'ts. 1. Don't talk about your ex. 2. Don't mention marriage on the first 4 dates. 3. Please don't be on your phone. That's totally disrespectful. 4. Don't stare at better looking guys. Pay attention to your date.
Now, what do you think about this online dating phenomenon that everybody's on eHarmony, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle? It just is billions of dollars now.
Right, I know. And the internet is not going away.
Right.
I would say it's all a part of our culture now. Don't be afraid of it, embrace it. But just like meeting anybody else, anywhere else, it's something that you really have to approach with caution. I don't think anybody should have any of their personal business up on Facebook. There's some folks that check in every morning, like, well, I'm going to put this on today, and he said that. I think that's crazy making. When it comes to using those websites, I'd say proceed with caution. Don't fall in love with someone you've never ever met. And if a person that you meet online avoids meeting you face to face, that's a red flag.
Telltale sign.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So use the technology in your best interest and try not to get sucked into it.
Right. I was watching this TV show, Catfish TV show on MTV, where this girl was in love with this person that she'd been talking to for 2 years.
I heard about that show, but I never saw it.
Well, you need to see it. So once she finally get to meet this guy that she fell in love with, she found out it was a girl.
Oh dear. And so how long was it? 2 years?
2 years. So
That's
she's
too
telling
long.
stories like,
How can you fall in love with somebody and you never met them?
Yeah, but it's crazy. I think I can't explain it, but a lot of people fall in love with the perception of the person.
They fall in love with the voice, with the stories.
Right. Even though the picture don't match the person,
Right.
and truth is not an option because
Photoshop is alive.
Yeah. Because like you said, online, that's all they do. A lot of people just lie. They live in this imagination.
It could be anybody.
Right.
It could be anybody.
Right. Yeah.
It could be your enemy, just leading you on. So.
And that was on Catfish too. If you ever
really?
There's one was her enemy.
I never saw it.
And she didn't want her to talk to her now boyfriend. So she steered her into another direction of another man, which was her.
The thing about technology is this has pros and cons.
Oh yeah. It's always a good
and it doesn't really work that well with human relationships.
There's people that you would never have met before that you can meet them online. Plus it's good because you can see their history, you can see if they're on there all the time. You can see what kind of, you can look at their pictures, see what it is they're doing. I think it's great.
Personally, I do not like online dating. I mean, I think it's really hard to get to know someone by just typing them messages, even nightly or whatever, how often you go online. I think it's very impersonal, and it's really hard to meet someone. I have a hard time getting to know someone that I'm sitting across the room from and we having a good conversation. I can't even imagine trying to really get to know a true person just based on their profile online.
Well, I think you can because you know some of the important things. You can see what their income level is, what their hobbies are, if they smoke, if they drink. You can already see that.
Now,
and
come on, Natasha. How many people can type? Anyone can type, I made $200,000 a year and actually not make that.
But once you talk to them, you can tell. And also, you see, at least this is a person who knows that he should be going out to try to make $200,000 a year. Some people will just be happy.
eHarmony, Matchbook, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle.
I think it's the new, that's like how people are meeting nowadays, but I think it's very, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, there are like several TV shows and documentaries about that, that sort of like you meet them and you're like, whoa, you are like I was looking for a 23-year-old guy, and you're like an 18-year-old girl.
They pretend, because it's so easily, you could easily pretend you're someone else.
Yeah, you can portray yourself to be anything.
Exactly, and you could be, just like even if you meet them at school or at church, at first they're going to pretend to be someone else, but on the internet it's so much easier to pretend you're someone else.
Of course.
Yeah.
They put a little model picture of some guy with a six-pack, and then he's sitting there with a keg, 300 pounds. You're like, come on, why you have to lie to me?
But also, I mean, there's online dating for a reason. I think there's two aspects to it.
Right.
There's so many people it's obviously working for.
Oh, it
they
is.
fall in love, and they get married and do all that.
It's been around for a while now, so and people, there has been success stories.
Yeah, I think it's just like a individual sort of case.
Right.
With
You see people getting married and everything, online these days and everything. But it is kind of crazy out there with these get online. There's some crazy guys.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to be careful and take precaution. We have to have phone calls. We have to Skype.
Let your friend know, hey, if I don't call you within a certain amount of minutes, something wrong.
No, exactly. Like if I'll get a text hey, I'm not dead.
A bad date, a really bad date, and I was thinking oh my Jesus, everything this man told me about him was just
a lie.
He looked like a hot mess. I was like, did you borrow your brother's clothes? Your little brother, that is, the 5-year-old.
Not little brother.
I was like,
not little brother.
I was like, did he squeeze into that? And then I'm just like, oh, I gotta get out.
At least if I met someone online, I can get dressed up and then I can go meet them out for dinner. As opposed to, I would never have met this man. I would never have met him at the hairdressers. I would never have met him doing any of the things I like to do. I would never have met him.
That is true. I would definitely agree that online dating gives you an opportunity to meet people that you generally would not meet. But personally, honey, I'm still traditional. I want to meet you, get to know you, and then we work.
A good woman can find a good man. Dion, I'm going to give the ladies the top 10 cities to find their Mr. Right. Number 10, New York, New York, with 8.2 million people. Number 9, Austin, Texas. Number 8, Boston, Massachusetts. Number 7, Madison, Wisconsin. Number 6, Denver, Colorado. Number 5, Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 4, Vancouver, BC. Number 3, San Diego, California. With 1.3 million people, number 2, Alexandria, Virginia. And the number 1 city for single women is, drumroll please, Chicago, Illinois, with 2.7 million people. So, ladies, get out to as many events as possible. Celebrity golf tournaments, single mingle, speed dating events, online dating. So, get out there and stay away from them bitter betties. A good woman can find a good man.